Hello everybody, Planet Walls here. I somehow made it into the top 8 because my tiebreakers are really good at 4 and 2 in Classic League. So we are here for round 7, or the quarterfinals of Classic League, Qualifier Tournament, Winter, Invitational, whatever, Fauna Shamans, and Orcish Lumberjacks. Here's our deck again in case you've forgotten. I'll just, roll over all these cards real quick in case you want to pause it or something to see what they do, whatever. Pause the video, I mean. Alright, our opponent is Montolio. We have a bad record against him, but I'm excited to play him. He is quite the gentleman, and he's going to be playing a standard, I think fairly standard now, workshop-based Stax build. It's running several giant guys, precursors, worm coils. He's got multiple duplicates, which is scary. 3 metamorphs, which are really good against me. Revokers are also pretty good against me, especially insofar as they beat up my mana guys, and lodestones, of course, are a big thorn in my side. You get it because they're kind of like, well, you get the point. He's also got Tangle Wires. Pretty much any spell he resolves is going to be bad for me, except for Null Rod, which isn't that bad for me. And Crucible is sometimes not bad for me. And Trinisphere is occasionally not bad for me, late in the game. Whatever. Point is, we want him to draw crappily. He doesn't have that much on the board for me. He's got Triskelion, probably another Worm Coil. Maybe he brings in Karakas, but probably not. Probably brings in another Duplicant. Pithing Needle could come in. The rest of the stuff is kind of mediocre. Grafdigger's Cage if he's really feeling anxious. I'm going to keep this up on my browser here instead of loading it into Magic Online. And I will get started in a moment. Alright, we were back and getting ready to start the game. He has won the die roll, which sucks hard for me. Uh-oh, you win. Alright, so if he keeps this hand, we're probably in for some serious hurting. We really want to get a good start with mana guys and be able to ramp into a Seeds of Innocence or a Caustic Wasps or, a bunch of our artifact control cards. Him being on the play is bad. He chose to play first, but he's at least thinking for a while. We've got a first turn mana guy, and Magus is one of the stronger cards against him. I would really like a second mana guy, but you know what? You can't win them all. We've got a basic, actually, with the birds, so we're going to keep this. Chances are, though, he's going to lead off with, something horrible for us to deal with, and then we won't be able to land our birds. At least not right away. If he plays a Chalice, I don't know if he's going to play it on 1, because that allows me to potentially play a Summoning Trap. And even though I don't have those in my hands, he might think I do. So we've got a lot of lands in this hand. That's actually strong in this matchup. Though, if this is like a Trinisphere or something, that's really bad for us. Okay, Crucible. That's, probably really bad for us. But I feel like it could be a lot worse. So, in theory, we're going to be okay unless he's got Strip in his hand, too. If he's got Strip in his hand, that just sucks for us. And we might be able to pull it out, I guess. This turn seems like the obvious play is to play a basic and birds, and then next turn set up for a Magus. Then again, though, if he has a Strip Mine in his hand, that's going to complicate our plan, but that's also going to just suck. Like, if he just randomly draws into a single Crucible and Strip, that just sucks hardcore. So, this turn there'll probably be like a Lodestone or something, which slows us down. We'll have to play a Misty, and then wait to play Magus. I wouldn't mind drawing a 2-drop. Actually, something like Tin Street would be ideal here. At least I think. I assume he's gonna... What's he gonna do? He could play another Workshop, and then... I guess a Chalice for 3 would be bad. He could play 2 Sphere effects. He could play like an Ancient Tomb Sphere. That would be pretty bad. Would slow me down a lot. Not sure what he's going to do. He's thinking pretty hard, though. Could play a Tangle Wire. That wouldn't really give him that much of an advantage, though. Okay, so he's afraid of something, which I take it is why he's playing the Tangle Wire here. Is this going to be a Sphere? Chalice for 1. That doesn't bother me right now, but it does give him something to tap down. It would be nice to be able to play another mana guy, don't get me wrong. The real sad part is I can't immediately drop this Magus. Watch this game and figure out if you think that Tangle Wire is insane or not. Even though it's like a turn 2 play, not a turn 1 play, it's really going to hurt this Broseph right here. I'm that Broseph. And immediately we find a creature that we would have loved to play either before or would love to play now but can't because of the Chalice at the moment. So we're just going to drop this, pass the turn, and not be able to do anything for a long time, sadly. He's going to tap down these 3, and that's it. So Tangle Wire is asymmetrical here insofar as it affects my mana plan but not his. And on my next turn, again, all 3 of my mana sources will be tapped down. I want to make sure that if he plays a strip or something, I can Misty. What would be really sad is if he just plays a land and a Worm Coil. I just won't be able to do anything for so long. And the Magi the Moon will essentially have been nullified at that point. If I'd had the oh my god. If I'd had the Lumberjack already, it would have been really awesome. Lodestone, that's going to end the game pretty quickly, but coupled with Tangle Wire, I mean, the Tangle Wire is the real problem right now. I think I do crack this right now. Alright, and we'll find another basic land. The reason being that we have the double Magus in our hand. Alright, so Thrun, that's not the worst thing in the world. It's certainly not the best. So our next turn we're going to have 2 lands tapped down, or 2 cards rather. I'm going to have it be probably the 2 basic forests, affording me the option to play a... What's-its if I can. Why can't I think of what it's called? What am I trying to say? Affording me the option to play a Tin Street if I draw it. Okay, so yeah, he smashes in for 5. If he plays another Tangle Wire, I think I just lose the game. It seems like he probably would have played a Worm Coil had he had it. Then again, the slowing of the Lodestone matters quite a bit. Tangle Wire. Yep, so I probably just lost the game. Thorn? Why not? Okay. Well, Thorn doesn't affect me very much at all. I have barely any non-creatures. Let's see. So I can't play the Lumberjack because of the Chalice. He's very lucky that I didn't have a... Is it a Wasteland? Let's make sure he can't just kill my land. He's very lucky that I didn't have a... I mean, not very lucky, because I only run 2 of them, but a Summoning Trap in my hand. So I will crack this here, because we want to thin out our deck to find, I guess, something. I'm going to find one of my 2 basic mountains. And then we have to tap down all the stuff. Taiga, huh? So he's got to tap down 1, 2, 3, 4 on his turn. He's got this, so it doesn't matter if I play the Taiga. I would rather play the Windswept Heath than the Taiga. Alright. So we're dealing with only 1 point of Sphere Effect. Why would he do this? Just because he can replay it? That's fine. We will find another forest. That is fine. I'm actually going to F6 here because nothing can happen from my side of the table, and I think he's got to know that. His draw was pretty good, especially with the Academy. And yeah, so what's going to happen? I'm going to take... He just drew his... So his hand is empty at this point. He's going to replay the Wasteland. I just don't... Right now, he needs to not draw any gas, but I have to tap down another 4 permanents. So I can only cast a 1-drop max, maybe a Mana Crypt. So I want to draw Mana Crypt this turn, I guess. Fine. Let's make that happen, I guess. Okay. Eventually, this bird's is going to have to block, too. We have a 3rd Magus. Those have gotten to the point where they aren't very good anymore. So this Taiga, what does it do for me? Nothing? I think I probably want to keep it in my hand, unless... Because he's just going to waste it and then replay the waste. He's going to have one of these gone, essentially. So 2 permanents are going to be tapped. That bird is going to have to block. I'm keeping the Taiga in hand. We're going to keep our birds untapped 1 more turn, I think, because I may need to use it. I'll have to think about that here. Because 2 permanents untapped. Non-artifacts are going to cost like 4 at a minimum. So if I'm tapping down 2, it'll be these 2. And then I can play a land. I need to cast it for 4. So I probably need to cast the Magus of the Moon, which means that I need to keep the birds untapped. So I am actually going to take this. Sad as that makes me. If he plays another sphere effect, I just lose. Here, I have nothing I could do. I don't think that one doesn't count because I don't care about non-creatures most of the time. Okay, so this turn we have to tap down how many? 2, right? And we will tap down those 2. Okay, so this one shouldn't require any be tapped down. Great. That card sucks. So he's going to kill the Taiga as soon as I play it. That's okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, this is still the right play. If he doesn't have any way to kill this, and he probably won't, it blocks, at least. And then his Tangle Wire should be down to only 1, so I can recast another one and block again. And this all creates a rather bad situation for me, and it means he's got to draw dead for a number of turns in a row for, my life to be livable. But, that's all well and good. Yeah, throw this guy in front here. God, if only I'd been on the play, I actually think I could have had this game. If he plays another sphere effect or something, I'm boned. Or another creature, that would be pretty bad. Yeah, if I'd been on the play, I guess I could have landed a birds. He would have played a Crucible, I guess, or maybe a Tangle Wire. No, probably a Crucible, because Tangle Wire would have been way worse had he been on the draw. And then I would have been able to land a Magus on turn 2, and it would have been in great shape. Yeah, had I been on the play this game, I probably would have pulled it out. Montolio, if you're watching this, let me know if you agree with that assessment. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of like I'm not dead yet, but I'm just very much clawing to the edge, clawing on the edge. I want him to do something like wasteland his own Tolarian Academy. All right, so what do we have here? I have to tap down 1. Cool. If we draw a land, we can keep, I guess, the birds back. I don't know. We did draw a land, so we can go to a sweet 1 life here. Let me think about this. Do I want to go to 1? I probably do. If I go to 1, then I can just play a Thrun, and Thrun can just block the Lodestone. Right? That's how that works, right? I think it is. The alternative is just to play another Magus. That seems bad. Shit! Let's go to 1. I guess if he draws a duplicate, I lose. No, he can't target it. That's awesome. Yeah, find me a sweet basic. I wish this were a Flame Tongue Kavu. That would be so exciting right now. Alright. So, I mean, killing his Lodestone would be pretty cool. Being at 1 life is pretty bad, admittedly. He's got to have something in these 3 cards. I just hope, I mean, he could very well just go like Precursor Golem. That would make me very sad. Or Wormcoil. Ugh. He's got to do that. Okay, fine. We might be able to land double Magus. That would be kind of exciting. Alright. Yeah, I mean, we're getting in front of that guy. There was no other option. I'd rather have that board state than any other opportunity or series of horrible plays that could have. Oh, God! Now that we're at one life, this is very funny to me. I would love there to be a point where I have to just run this out and I could just die anyway. I don't think that's now. How much is this going to cost? 6? I could cast that. And then it just runs in front of Lodestone. But this is 4. So if I cast that, yeah, that's bad. We have to throw this buddy down. Okay, so let's just hope he doesn't have a duplicate. All right. What's funny is, in theory, he has to take damage for this unless he taps with a Tolarian Academy. It's not very interesting. If he has, like, a duplicate, I just lose. I mean, he could. If I were him, I would have killed the birds a while ago, though. What is this? Duplicate. Sigh. So, that's going to be GG. Yeah, we'll show him our hand here. Yeah, we'll just take the damage. All right, so that's game 1. Game 2 will probably be easier since I'll be on the play. I know I've said this before, but had I been on the play there, I think I would have been able to pull that one out. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring in Seeds. This could come in theory, but probably not. Ruikhtar is probably pretty bad. These things are all potentials. Zealous I don't hate. Aladdin is fine. I actually am curious about these because they can counter a Metamorph, which is very strong for him. What do we board out that really sucks, though? Like, these summoning traps I think are playable. Older Slug is kind of fun. Kazul is pretty mediocre, I would say. I might want to keep one in. Caldera Hellion. What does this accomplish against him? Probably not much. I mean, I guess it can kill, like, Wormcoil tokens. We want to keep these artifact guides in. They're kind of exciting. They do what we need them to do. This guy super sucks. Thrun is actually kind of mediocre, but he's hard for him to deal with and answer, so I might have to keep it. Aladdin, man, we want to win with that guy, that's for sure. Zealous Conscripts, I guess we could take like a Wormcoil or something late. This isn't that strong in my opinion, but it can at least kill a Lodestone. Like, I'm much more apt to want that in than I think Storm Breath, at least as a 2 of. Ruikhtar just totally sucks. I know it can go against a... It's just the fact that it has to attack each turn is pretty bad. This does not impress me much. I guess that's what I have to say. And it costs 6. Like, I'd rather have an instant that costs 6 so I can cast it through a Tangle Wire. So we need to cut one more card. Scavenging Ooze is fine, because it costs very little, and I have something to do with the mana, even if there's like a Tangle Wire or something. Colonian is not extraordinary, but it's actually not horrible either. Duplicant can't really take it. It just turns into a 0/0. I think what I'm probably going to do... Let's see, there's this Kazul. That's not horrible. I think I'm going to cut one of the Colonian Hydras. I just don't think it's that strong. There are other things we want to draw in this matchup with Summoning Trap. So I think we can pull out this game. I think it's feasible anyway. We actually drew pretty well last game, as I said. The fact that he had that duplicate was nuts. Double Lodestone was foreseeable. That wasn't crazy. He actually didn't have that much gas right off the bat, but being able to Tangle Wire off the bat was what made it really hard for me. Oh god. Are we ever going to be able to cast this? There's no mana guy in this hand. I don't know if we're ever going to be able to cast that Magus. I mean, the way this hand's set up, we have 3 fetches, though. This is hard. Like, if he turned... Like, Sphere Effects make this cost more. We're going to mulligan this. Okay, I think this is better. We're going to go for a Seeds, I guess, fairly early. That's going to be the plan. Do we lead off with Deathrite or with Birds? I think we probably lead off with the Birds here. That seems like the right play to me. We really hope he doesn't have Strip. Now the question will be, when do I try to play the Seeds? Because I might have to look for an opportunity where I can actually cast it. Oh, seriously? If he plays a Crucible, like, and just goes Crucible Strip Mine, that would make me very sad. Okay, so Birds is now absent, as it were. I cannot wait to murder this Revoker with the Seeds of Innocence. I hope it happens. Alright, so he did name Birds, correct? Yes. Alright, so we're going to play our Deathrite and a Foothills and pass the turn. I take it he's going to strip the Foothills. I think I should be seedsing as soon as I can. I imagine if I can do it this turn, I should do it. But now this port makes that very difficult because this is a sorcery. He's got 4 mana available. Like, I don't want to see a Lodestone, though I would want to eat. I would want to make that Lodestone innocent. Or make Montolio innocent and ruin his Lodestone. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. There's some sort of pilgrimage. There's a large astronomical body. 2 bodies. I actually got a ticket tonight. I'm just gonna... This is a complete aside. I got a ticket, not for parking in the wrong spot or for street sweeping. I got a ticket because the car was facing the wrong direction on a 2-way street. I parked such that my car looked like it was kissing the car in front because I thought it was safer given the narrowness of the street and how I was driving in it. I would have had to do a 3-point turn to make it face the other way. I got a $30 ticket. It just said wrong direction, code 64. I mean, why is that illegal? Is it illegal because it makes the road look like it's a one-way if you're not paying attention and the cars are all gone? Is it because I had to face the wrong way to make that happen? I mean, how do they know? Maybe I didn't have to face the wrong way at all. It was just that some hoodlums came and picked up my car and turned it 180 degrees. I mean, like, that's really a crime? An infraction? I don't know. Hopefully he casts another Chalice for 1 instead of uses either of these cards. Okay, well that felt like he just used one of those cards. If he attacks with this, I might consider blocking it. Okay, he didn't. That's fine. We're going to keep this Foothills untapped. Do I want to crack this now? Like, the question is, do I want to draw land? I don't think I want to draw land here, but let's think real quick. Seeds. This is, we have 3, we're going to have 4 mana sources. Can we actually crack this? Yeah, I think we're going to be able to do it. That would be okay, so I'm probably going to want to do this right here, which means our Birds comes alive, which means I don't want this mana source. So that's fine. He's still got 3 cards in his hand. That's pretty scary, but kicking the ass of his Soul Ring is going to feel pretty good here. I think Magus of the Moon is super sexy as well. So here's a question. Do I want to cast that now? The answer has to be no, I think. I don't know that for sure, but I'm like 90% sure. Alright, do we want a basic mountain? No, because he's just got his thing anyway. Alright, so we find a land of some kind. Taiga? I mean, he's got a... Do I find just another basic forest? That's actually a possibility. Let's just do that. Alright. Yeah, we are in the main phase. Good. Alright. See you later, artifacts. Go screw yourselves. I cannot wait to play this Magus of the Moon. If his turn, though, is just like some nuts turn with a Lodestone... Okay, that doesn't do anything right now. Actually, I'll make it do something once I turn it into a Magus, or a mountain. I'm okay with what you're doing. Okay, we'll float a green. Do I want to exile a creature here? I might, actually. Now, if I draw a 5-drop, I might just want to cast that instead of the Magus, I think. No, I find it hard to believe that I'll want to play anything but this Magus. So we will exile a creature and gain 2 life. Oh my god, I would have loved to play that, I guess. Actually, he doesn't have any artifacts out, screw that. Okay, so do I want this to become any land other than a wooded foothills? I think I want to toss it into the bin so I can use it eventually. We're going to have this become, I think, a bayou. No, we want it to be... how about a stomping ground? That's kind of funny, I guess. No. All right. So he's got, I mean, we gave him an extra mana there, but I'm okay with that. I mean, maybe that's wrong. He can play a, I don't know, a Trinisphere, I guess now. But we might have this game. I'll feel pretty confident when this Molder Slug comes down. I mean, he could duplicate the Molder Slug, but that takes a number of turns to be able to pull off. Okay, I guess that's definitely irritating. 4? Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to keep mana back? Or attack him? I think this turn I probably want to attack him, I guess. He's at 25? Oh yeah, because he gained life off of seeds. Do I care about attacking him? Like, I don't know if I want to... If I tap those 4, I have 3 mana available. 1, 2, 3... What could I draw for 3 mana that would be good for me? Like a Fauna Shaman? A Caustic Wasps, I guess? Another Magus? It's not very exciting to me. I would rather deal the 2. Okay, good. I feel good about the way that that just turned out, that's for sure. If I'd drawn a Caustic Wasps there, I would have felt pretty sad, but that was fine. Especially because it's another permanent. Man, does that feel good to have another permanent. Alright, so he's going to have 1 untapped land. This turn, this guy can come down, right? We tap 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He loses his Tangle Wire after he taps stuff. That's fine. Yeah. Let's make a slug. I have been waiting for this all tournament. This is better than Fauna Shaman right now. I don't care what anybody has to say about it. Alright. Hilarious that he still has to tap 2 of his lands this turn. I feel very good about that. And he concedes. We got a concession. Molder Slug earns concession. We go to game 3. That's exciting. He's on the play, unfortunately. That is not very exciting. So is there anything we want to readjust because we're going to be on the draw? We need to keep the summoning traps in, definitely. Caverns are also good against Chalice, which you may have boarded some out. I don't know. Like, I'm wondering if I need to bring these in. Like, 1. Just bring in 1 seems so ineffectual, but the seeds suck so much now. Like, is Kazul better on the draw? I mean, these are questions I don't know the answers to. Like, maybe Caldera Hellion's better on the draw because it can kill Lodestones easier. Like, it's just better than Zealous Conscripts. Maybe. I guess. I could buy that. It costs red, which is a little harder for me to get. Then there's Rurik. Rurik doesn't interest me that much. Arashi seems fine to not bring in. I don't really care either way about him. I think the Kazul is better because its effect is relevant, whereas Arashi's it's not usually. We'll roll with this. I fully expect to lose this, but to put up a good fight at the same time. You know, with a sweet 1-land Orcish Lumberjack double seeds hand, of course. So is this hand foolish to keep? Yes. I cannot keep this hand. Because if I do, and he has a wasteland, I just lose the game right off the spot. Unless I would have to draw like 2 lands in a row, and then forcing out a Magus, I'm not sure it does enough. This is extremely tempting. Like, the question is, because I have these seeds, should I keep this hand just because, like, the odds of me just ripping land, and winning with a hand like this on the draw are just better than mulling and getting a random 6? That cannot be the case. We're going to mull this. Okay. I just hope he doesn't chalice for 1 on the first turn. Or if he does, that I quickly draw a summoning trap. Oh, good, Trinisphere. That's bad news for Team Us. Trinisphere is a big F you in the face. That's what it is, essentially. Let's draw another fetch land. Oh, God. Okay. That's no good. We did draw another fetch land. That's something. Alright, this is going to cost 3. All these are going to cost 3, right? Yeah. So the Lodestone is just a kill card here. I'm very glad we drew a fetch land there. I feel grateful that happened. Alright, so I'm not going to be thinking about what I have to do if he... Ugh. Please don't play another Lodestone. Please, please, please. No, that's worse! Oh! Okay, so this has to stay untapped to be effectual. That's worth considering. We are going to crack both of these for basic forests. Because I don't think I can afford to draw that. To draw lands? I don't think. I don't know. I think I have to draw action. Like, to actually ramp into when, it comes time. Alright. Yeah, we'll tap both these. Why not? Plus, I don't want to get my catacombs myrtleized. Alright, so we're going to lose to Tangle Wire Lodestone. It's a winning combination. Alright, so ship the turn. He's going to waste that Stomping Ground. That's, to be predicted. This is to tap down 3. It taps down itself, probably the Soul Ring, maybe the Wasteland. Hopefully the Trinisphere. Please tap down the Trinisphere. No! Okay. If he plays another Wasteland, that would be super bad. Okay, so we go to 8. If he does anything else, like if he plays just another dude here, I think I lose. Maybe he's sitting on a Revoker, which is why he's thinking so hard. Because he might want to name something in advance. Like, Trinisphere really blows the whole Mana Guy plan. I'm glad I didn't keep that other hand, though. That would have been a disaster. Uh-oh. Huh. That could be worse. Oh yeah, there's this. How could I have forgotten? Do I just lose to Tangle Wire ripping me a new one? I guess. I guess that's what's going to happen here. Can't play any of these cards because of Trinisphere or Tangle Wire. Man, Trinisphere on the play is rough. Alright. So that's going to be it for our Classic League endeavor. On the play, I think we were in good shape. I mulled and pulled it off. I think we would be okay if I could buy some time here with the Magus especially, but yeah, being on the draw, it sucks pretty hard in this matchup. He lost the flip. That's cool, I guess. He's going to kill this land. That's not so good. What could possibly happen here? What could I draw? Nothing? Okay, so he's going to off 2 of my lands now? That's pretty sweet. Alright. So we're all tapped out. There's not a single card I could draw in my deck. What about a Mana Crypt? Nope, that doesn't do it. I think this is going to be it, guys. This is the end of this poor jacking deck. Oh, and there's the trap. That wouldn't have mattered anyway. Too bad there's no Chalice right now, and too bad we have no mana available. GG's, Andy. I'm packing this one in. All right. I will see you guys for the next Classic League and in between. Have a good one.